Hi everybody, my name is Misha. I'm a professional UX designer. I design apps and websites for a living, and this recent trend of TikTok has been hitting me pretty hard out of every newsfeed I read recently. So I decided to check it out and see for myself what TikTok is. And before you ask, no, I don't just like putting stupid things on my head. This rig is to show you firsthand what the user experience of using the app feels like, to see from the perspective of a user who's holding a phone about 1 meter away from them. Let's go ahead and fire it up. All right, right when I open TikTok, it starts asking me about my interests, it starts the engagement. And this is the right thing to do from the app design perspective. You want to take people's hands and walk them through your app. And this is what TikTok does and does well. Let's say I'm interested in DIY, auto, gaming, next. Keep discovering more videos. It asks me to commit an action. Okay, I'm gonna swipe up. It asks me about notifications. No, I'm not giving you my permissions. So you can see right away, there's a lot of moving parts to this interface, a lot of things that are engaging. Every screen is a full screen video. All of these little things that are moving around, it holds your attention. Even when I click search, instead of a simple search bar, it shows me a lot of videos, a lot of the stuff that I might be interested in. You can probably see the influence of Instagram, and this is not bad. It is actually a nice thing to do if you're designing a new application. You want a significant resemblance to something that people are already familiar with. Taking as its foundation the design of Instagram is the right choice, because they're basically targeting the same audience. So they took Instagram and elevated that experience, making it even more engaging and making it even more entertaining. So let's say I want to post a video. Okay, I'm gonna give it access. This is a video I'm posting on TikTok. No, boom. You can clearly see the resemblance of something here, right? These videos take up the entire screens, and this is what works in 2020. People want engagement. People want these small moving parts, engagement hooks that keep you in the app. See, as I keep scrolling, it just keeps giving me instantly more videos. And it's not easy to accomplish. If you think of it from the perspective of engineering, they preload videos before you get to them. So you have this flawless experience of scrolling through your feed to fully loaded videos over and over. Now, if you've been tracking this whole thing, you probably know that in 1 week, TikTok will either get banned or it will be bought by Microsoft, and everyone will leave anyway because Microsoft screws up everything they buy. Where will TikTokers go? I'll give my perspective on it. I think there's 3 possible choices. First is YouTube. You might remember this app called Vine, which was a thing very recently. Then at some point Vine got shut down, and all of the Vine influencers or Viners had to seek refuge somewhere else. Where did they go? They went on YouTube. Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Smosh, Tana, a bunch of other influencers from Vine, they migrated to YouTube and built successful audiences there. The second choice would be Snapchat. Why Snapchat? A similar audience. Many of TikTokers already have Snapchats. It's the app of choice for teenagers. I don't believe that Snapchat is a viable switch for TikTokers for one specific reason. If they wanted to be on Snapchat, they are already on Snapchat. The third choice would be Instagram. Yes, Facebook again, killing all the other apps. Even if Microsoft buys them, that's it. TikTok is done. Just like Snapchat was done after Instagram released stories. And guess what? Facebook just released a killer new feature, which is called Reels. What is Reels? It's basically the death sentence for TikTok. Microsoft buys TikTok in a week. They will be buying it at its peak. TikTok is done. So, Facebook killing all the other smaller apps? Yes, they are. But you're not gonna delete it, are you? If you enjoyed this video, stick around for the whiskey review and subscribe to my channel, give it a like. I really need them to get my channel up and going. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about TikTokers and where will they go. Will it be Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, something else? I'll see you in the next one.